My lashes are lifting. I took a nap earlier and I don't care to fix it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit of a review slash my experience with Smile Direct Club. So to those of you who are new, you probably are used to this lovely smile, but anybody who has known me for my entire life or has been subscribed to my YouTube channel since I've had it, I used to have a huge gap, and it was huge in my opinion. I know so many people are like, oh, people would kill for a gap. Not me, go get one then. But I did not like my gap at all. I always just wanted it closed. I never got braces as a kid, even though my brother has braces now. But that's neither here nor there. So once I was finally financially stable, I was like, I'm getting Smile Direct Club because I'm too old to have braces. I'm 24 at this point. I just kept seeing ads pop up on TV, on Instagram, on Facebook. So I was like, I definitely need to go ahead and get started. Like, it felt like a sign. So I'm gonna briefly go into the process before I start talking about the pros and the cons. Did a little bit of research. I was doing some comparisons between all the different fast dental routes like Bite, Candid, and all these other companies that just kept popping up thanks to my cookies. Smile Direct Club is the one that I obviously ultimately went with because it's a company that I had known about. It was affordable, and there was a consultation center 20 minutes from my house. They have the option of either going to a consultation center and, you know, getting fitted for your teeth, or you can they'll mail an impression kit to you and you will have to do it yourself. But I just knew I would mess that up, and I think that was an extra $99. But obviously if you don't have a consultation center near you, then that's the route that you would take. So I went there and it was a very quick, maybe 30 minutes. It did weird me out how quick it was. She did the x-ray in my mouth. She asked me a couple of questions. She recorded. She asked if she could record the entire process. I said okay, and I actually got a $25 voucher. It was a very quick transaction. I was in the door. She asked me what types of things I was looking for with the Smile Direct Club. She did the x-ray, she took all the pictures of my teeth, and she had me sign all the papers and explain to me the payment plan. That is going to be the first question. So the first question that I asked myself is, how much would this cost me? I needed to figure out how I could afford something like this. Invisalign was obviously the most prominent brand that existed out there, but I was like, that's expensive. No thank you. If you play the fat, no, we don't do that. Pay the flat fee. It's $18.95 up front. I didn't take that option, but there are no additional fees, I guess. Like, what you see is what you get. You pay the day of your consultation prior to them sending you everything. Or you could do what I did, which is pay $250 up front, and then you'll have 24 payments of $85, which ultimately ends up being $395 more than paying a flat fee, which I was like, okay, you know what, I could deal with that. And you could set up your payments, so if you feel like you can afford more than $85 every month, then I would set it up that way just so you could get the payments out of the way. So that's the way that I had it set up. So I waited a few weeks after I had done the 3D x-ray, whatever. A few weeks, my box came. It was a really pretty purple box. I'm sure you've seen them on the Instagram pages and other people's videos. Unfortunately, I got rid of mine. Like, I didn't feel the need to keep it. I got rid of all my trays. Since I'm on the road to minimalism, I was like, I gotta get rid of this box. It's serving me no purpose. It's not giving me joy. So I Marie Kondo'd that box, and it had all types of things. I'm gonna show you a couple of the ones that I still have. It came with chewies, which are things that help the tray sit on your teeth properly, because there's a lot of pressure you will have to push, so the chewies just make it easier for you to push the trays onto your teeth without you having to press down on the plastic trays and, you know, running the risk of damaging the trays. Came with 2 of these chapsticks, which I also got at my consultation. This is the best y'all, do you see how much I love this chapstick? The day of my consultation, she gave me 2 of these pens. This is a Bright On pen. It's like a gel. You apply the gel to your teeth and it whitens the teeth. It also comes with this Bright On tool. So you use these together, which I'm not gonna lie, I have not been using because my teeth are already pretty white. It comes with this thing, which comes with a plug and this adapter, which you can actually plug into your phone or your computer, which is cool but kind of strange. I'll hold it up so you can see it light up. I put the adapter on the wire and look at that. It also comes with a tool that allows you to pry off the trays from your mouth. Once they are on there, especially when it's a new tray, they are on there. Sometimes you feel like you just can't take it out of your mouth. Like you can't personally do that to yourself because it hurts so bad. It's like a little stick that you kind of just... At first I was using them, but once you get used to it, you can just pop them out with your fingernails. Then they come with these trays. I'm just going to show you the aligners themselves. So these are the trays. This is the top. This is the bottom. And here it is together. Bruh, can this light cut it out? Like, can it stop? In the time that I was waiting for my trays to come in, they sent me a 3D imaging of how my teeth were expected to shift during my 5-month treatment. And it was exciting. Like while I was waiting for my box to come in, I was like, oh, so this is what my teeth are gonna look like after I get my treatment. Fast forward to starting my treatment. I got my first tray. I put it in at night. When I say I wanted to cry, it hurt so bad. Like I felt like I had to fight to put them on because I was like, there's no way that these fit. My mom was like, no, I think they do fit. You just have to push them on there. Like they're not supposed to be comfortable. It's just better if you try it on for the first time at night because you'll wake up, brush your teeth, take them off, and you'll at least experience that pain of taking them off before you go to work or school or anything like that. As soon as you started a new tray, that hurt for like the first 2 months. After 2 months, it didn't really hurt that much because I was used to the pain. Within the first few days of a new tray, you could definitely feel the pressure and the tension, and it was definitely harder to put the trays in. So whenever you see the commercials and they're just like, they're on their last few days of that tray. So the way mine was set up, everybody's might be a little bit different, but it's 1 week, 1 week, 2 weeks. What that means is you'll have a tray, you'll use that tray for 1 week, then you'll switch out to the next tray for 1 week, and then the last tray of the month, you'll use it for 2 weeks. I low-key prefer the 1 week ones because even though I was complaining about the pain, I was like, I know that if it hurts, it's working. So once I had the 2 week ones and those felt loose, I was like, nah, these aren't working. But they explained to me that it's just important that your teeth have time to settle into their new location, I guess. How many hours a day did I wear them? At all times except for when you eat or drink. You use them while you sleep. I would put them on right after brushing my teeth, or if I knew I was gonna have breakfast shortly thereafter, then I wouldn't put them on because like I said, at the beginning it did hurt. Sometimes I didn't even feel like eating. I was like, you know what, never mind, I'm not even gonna eat. I stopped eating meat for a while because that chewing steak and eating chicken hurt a lot, so I was a vegetarian for a little bit. You just use them while you're not eating or drinking. The only thing that you can drink with the aligners in is water. I tried to defy that. I was like, oh, you know what? Like I could drink like lemonade. It's gross. You don't want that sitting on your teeth, collecting smells. Just don't do it. Another question I had is, will I sound weird if I have these aligners in? For 2 reasons, they affected my speech. The sensation of my teeth touching whenever I would talk was just really unbearable. So whenever I spoke, I tried to avoid having my teeth touch one another. It sounded a little silly, and then it did give me a lisp when I wasn't used to having like an extra layer of plastic around my teeth. I'm gonna try them on right now and show you that. They're comparable because same concept, but they're also not because these are my retainers that I've had for maybe 2 months at this point. So what I was mentioning earlier in the video, when you see commercials where they're just like, I love my clear aligners. They're easy as 1, 2, 3 and I'm good. So I don't think it makes me sound that different. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm tripping. I definitely sound different. What I was explaining earlier is that if you're not too scared of taking them out yourself, you just... And I have to do that because saliva does carry. This is not an attractive thing to do in front of people. You only take out your aligners in front of people that you trust. You don't do it with a new man or a new gal. You don't do it around coworkers. I'm gonna post before and after pictures. These are my teeth now. I definitely prefer them. I don't know, I feel like I look cuter. I don't mind being caught with my mouth ajar sometimes. Before, if somebody would take a picture of me and I was like, I'd be like, ew, delete that. Like, you could see all the way down my throat because my gap was so big. So I definitely do love my smile now. Something that I forgot to mention, because I don't have notes really, is that I have a diastema. Whenever I would go to my dentist, I would ask like, okay, what do you recommend for my gap? I don't really like my gap. He was like, oh, this is a diastema, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you do, we recommend that you get your gums snipped first because your gums are going to try to reverse whatever work that you do. And I was like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, he's just a dentist. What does he know? He knows, he does. As you can see, like, I do have a little bit of a gap. I have been wearing my retainers all day because I knew I was going to be filming. But I will show a picture of what my teeth look like when I have not worn my retainer all day or I didn't sleep with them in. This will never fully close so as long as I don't have my gums snipped. They're strong, they're really strong. It's not really a con because it's nobody's fault but my own. My dentist told me that if I had a diastema, my gums would try to push my teeth back out, and he was correct. That is exactly what's happening. My teeth are still cute. Like, I still have a little bit of a gap. Like, I still feel like myself. But once quarantine is over, I'm definitely gonna look into getting my gums snipped, which sounds terrifying, but it would make my life a little bit easier, like waking up a different person, like if I don't wear my retainer. They haven't rotated my teeth completely, but I understand that the process that was laid out for me is the best one for me and the best one for my teeth without like shifting them way too much. Like, I have these two teeth, I think they're my canines, and I wish they were a little bit more flush, but they used to be completely out, so I can't even complain about that. My bottom row, there was nothing really wrong with it. They pretty much stayed the same the entire process. Another con is when I was waiting for my retainer. So I'm excited at this point that my treatment is over. It had been 5 long months. I'm gonna look so good. My teeth are straight. So they sent me my retainers, which was an additional $99, which is kind of annoying. So that's one con. And you could use your retainers for up to 6 months, which is kind of gross to me because they kind of stank. At the end of the day, it's plastic that sits in your mouth all day. They're not gonna smell like nothing. I usually just soak them when I'm not using them. Like, I have a cup in the bathroom that I soak them in, a little bit of mouth rinse and water. I know they say just water, but I don't listen. So yeah, when I was finishing up my treatment, I was super excited to, you know, turn a new leaf and look like a new person. And they sent me, I don't even know whose retainers. They looked like they were for Steve Harvey. They were huge. And I emailed customer support. They were like, no, like, there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes you do have to push. I'm like, ma'am, these are not for my teeth. She was like, send me a picture then. So I sent her a picture. And she was like, yes, these are not for you. So they sent me a new set of aligners, free of charge, of course, because that was not my problem. Like, I was just excited to be done with and not have to use my trays all day anymore, but I did have to while I waited for my retainers. I'm gonna be doing a comparison video with my friend who is on the Candid treatment, and we will do a side-by-side, but that will be post-quarantine, so don't wait up on it. Customer service was very, very nice. When I called about my issue, I had to email and then call because the lady that I had emailed was like being confusing, but I called to like confirm that everything was taken care of. I was like, ma'am, can I use my $25 voucher that I had gotten for my consultation? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you could get 50% off. I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't even pay $99. I paid $49 for my retainers, which was great. They don't email you too much. They definitely do email a lot, but it's not too much. Like, they just tell you what you need to know and they keep it pushing. They do have a referral program, which I really do appreciate. So if you ever decide that you do want Smile Direct Club, I have a link in the description, which would, I believe it would get you $100 towards your treatment, which is something. Like, honestly, and you can go ahead and use it if you'd like, I don't know. So go ahead and use the link in the description box if you are interested. My cousin actually used me for the referral program, but she didn't do it correctly, so like neither of us got any of the perks. Yeah, so that's this video. I really just sat here for 30 minutes. What y'all think about having my laptop in the background with the analog, with the digital flip clock in the back? At first it was just for the aesthetic, but it holds me accountable. Now it's 6:50. That'll just be a testament to how much I talk. So feel free to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, or my blog, or check out my last video that I posted, and I'll see you in the next one. you.